their last 17 coming in. And Buzz Williams, he's got his third different team in the NCAA tournament, 6th year in College Station, and third straight NCAA tournament appearance. The Ivy League against the SEC. How can Yale stay with the Aggies in this one, partner?
Well, the Aggies aren't really a great three-point shooting team. So if you're Yale, you got to protect the paint and you got to make sure that you rebound. The Aggies are great at rebounding their own misses, tops in the nation. So you got to make sure that you do that first and foremost.
Michael Reed, Chance Moore, Chuck Jones are officials. And it'll be Alaton and Garcia to jump, and we're underway in the nightcap. And it's Bez Mbang at the point for the Bulldogs. Townsend, one dribble, has to give it up. Alaton looking for help.
This Texas A&M team will guard you.
Casey Simmons on the dribble. Townsend, Mbang, 5 to shoot. And he's going to have to hurry to get one away. Pulikitis may not. Just did. Hit the front of the iron and saved by Simmons on the baseline. They'll get another look. Simmons going straight up with it. And now a third chance as Mbang got the rebound.
Well, the Aggies are supposed to be the best offensive rebounding team here, but so far it's been Yale getting all the rebounds in this game.
Townsend, cross-court pass. Simmons in the paint, in some traffic, score it. Casey Simmons, the first basket of the ball game.
It wasn't pretty, but Yale was able to get it down a little bit scattered, a little bit here and there, but they still got the bucket.
Obaseki right now at the points. Texas A&M and their half-court offense down to 4 to shoot. Going to be Garcia on the outside. No good on the 3.
Right now, Yale moving around the perimeter, trying to make this Aggies defense work.
Townsend, even though he's an inside player on the drive, a lot of times he facilitates from the outside with his passing. Wade Taylor on the drive, and Wade's got the first basket for the Aggies.
We talked about him in the open. This young man's a strong driver. And if you're the Aggies, you need all the fast break points you can get because their half-court struggles are well documented.
Simmons, the kick out to Townsend. And again, they're losing a lot of shot clock and they throw it away. Yale's first turnover. From cheering to celebrating. Fan works, thirsty work. Crack open a refreshing Coke Zero Sugar. It's the best. Is it the best Coke ever? We'll find out.
I tell you what, the beginning part of this ballgame, I've been very impressed with the Aggies defense.
Obaseki on the drive.
Oh, great pass.
And the flush by Henry Coleman.
That's an unselfish play right there. Drive the lane. Could have maybe put up a shot himself, but found the big fella for the dunk.
Nice give out to Simmons off the feed from Mbang. And Simmons says bang with a 3.
3-ball corner pocket. In today's game of basketball, you want as many wide open corner threes as possible.
Wade Taylor off the mark on a 3-pointer of his own. So Mbang will bring it up against Anderson Garcia. Mbang all the way and had one rim out. Manny Obaseki with the rebound. This is Hefner on the drive. And now outside, Garcia thought about the 3, gives it up. It'll come from the other side and rattling it home is Obaseki.
The definition of giving up a good shot to get a great shot.
A&M by 2. Simmons will try to get the lead back. That one rims out, and Garcia, the leading rebounder for the Aggies, clears it off to Taylor.
And Simmons has had a lot of open looks so far early in this ballgame.
Taylor on a runner, too strong off the window. Pulikitis. Let's see if he gets a touch offensively on this end. being hounded by Taylor. He got the shot away from 15, off the mark. Taylor brings it down 1 on 3 and scores it.
That's tough. That is tough. Taylor forcing the action whenever he gets an opportunity. A one-man fast break so far.
Physicality trying to get free around a pick. It'll be Mbang on the bounce pass inside. Townsend hits the deck. Everybody hits the deck. And going to be Texas A&M ball as we head to break. Wade Taylor, we said he stirs the drink. Sometimes he can stir it up in unlikely spots. We're seeing Texas A&M Aggies. James Jones, his 25th year as a head coach. And he's done this before. Did it in 2016 against Baylor, first round upset. Taylor to Hefner on the drive and a runner. Nice touch.
That was strong right there by Hefner. No wasted motion. Got straight downhill and right to the floater.
A little pressure from the Aggies and it paid off. That was just an errant pass though that time.
A little three-quarter court trap just caused a little bit of a turnover.
Solomon Washington's got to give it up. Brings it back out on top to Zurich Phelps. Playing Wade Taylor off the ball right now. Now they'll hand it back to number 4.
Shot clock running down. Taylor's got to go. See if he sees it.
Fade away by Coleman. Tough shot. A little bit short. Simmons up for the rebound. Townsend out on top. Basically their biggest player at 6'7", or one of them anyway. But over 100 assists on the season for him. 7 on the shot clock. Simmons, beautiful pass, and Simmons is off to a good start with 7.
That's great action right there. Great pass too. Mbang with the great vision.
Bump and a foul. That's going to be on Mbang.
Right there, you see the pick, then he slips out. Two guys go out to the perimeter. Simmons able to get it inside, easy layup.
You know, in the age of NIL and transfer portal and all of that, Dana, Yale does it a little differently, that's for sure.
Yeah, there is no doubt. I mean, you have to remember there's no scholarships and no NIL collectives in the Ivy Leagues. We were talking to Coach Jones about it. He said it's even harder now. You go into somebody's home and you say, no, son, sorry. Not only do you have to not get NIL if you come here, your parents have to pay $90,000 for you to come to school as well.
What a great quote yesterday.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, we had fun talking to him.
He might have been the most fun coach I've ever interviewed.
Yeah, you said that on the way back to the hotel. You said that might have been the best one we had for a while. Pharrell Payne in the scorebook. Right now, Yale's got to find somebody else to score because Casey Simmons has all 7 of their points.
Well, they got some guys that can do it. They just haven't got good looks yet.
Nope.
That's a credit to Texas A&M and their top-tier defense.
Selskar lost the handle, out of bounds. 3rd turnover for the Bulldogs. You get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Hefner goes out. Garcia comes back in. Phelps trying to go all the way and got stolen by Townsend. Townsend the outlet to Mbang. And he backs it out. It was a 1-on-2. Now he's going to try to go in the paint, and he lost the handle. Garcia off the window, up high for the rebound, and a finish by Pharrell Payne.
Payne doing major work inside. He dunked that with authority.
Lead swells to 8 here. Texas
A&M going back to the little 3/4 court press. Not really trying to turn you over, just trying to get you to take a couple extra seconds off the clock.
Well, Akitas had to save it on the baseline. Got it to Mullen. Mbang weaving through traffic. Townsend asking for it out on top of the key. And again, Yale back-to-back turnovers. Meanwhile, on the other end, Texas A&M high percentage shot on the inside with this one.
You see the layup right here missed, but Payne, Johnny on the spot, goes up and finishes. Big time offensive rebound. Look how high he is above the rim for that offensive rebound. Nobody getting in that guy's way.
Back-to-back Yale turnovers gives Texas A&M the 8-point lead and the ball.
Payne likes this matchup. Let's see what he's got down there.
Trying to drop step to the baseline around Townsend. In deep, but he still got it. 6.
That's too many. That's too many dribbles, though. That's too many dribbles. Payne is a big-bodied young man. Somebody has to go down there and dig that out of the post.
Yale needs some offense right now.
That's some good old-fashioned bully ball right there.
That one off balance, but it goes in. Zelskar with his first basket. A&M has switched guys out of the point several times, be it Phelps or Garcia or Obaseki. Taylor not on the floor right now, and the fadeaway is good.
That was a good solid move.
Eric Phelps first basket.
Yeah, Phelps, as soon as he got to the defender's body, he just used it against him and just got to the easy step back jumper.
Finally a look for Poulikitis, but off the mark on the 3. He had to get that over the long arms of Garcia.
There's Payne inside again.
The hook shot won't go. All Bulldogs underneath. Poulikitis with the rebound. Mbang, the bounce pass inside. Too much traffic. Out to Townsend for 3 and got it.
And that's a quality look, and that's the second time they've been able to get it done with the cut. They've been able to penetrate that defense with the cut. It ends up with a layup the last time, this time a three-point shot.
Nick Townsend, a 49% three-point shooter. Probably should take more, but he's most of their size on the inside, so he's not always out there. He cuts the lead down to 7. Garcia thought about a 3. He's going to take it and get it. Anderson Garcia with the triple. Townsend works into the paint, kicks it to the corner, back out. Poulikitis, nice job.
That's nice. That's nice. The ball moved around. Poulikitis understood they're trying to run him off the three-point line. Got inside there and then got right to a fade.
It's the first field goal for John Poulikitis.
That's just a young man that knows how to score the basketball. 19 points per game, 45% from the field and 41 from 3. Scoring is his forte.
Zurich Phelps will try a triple and got it.
I'll tell you what, the Aggies offensively look really sound. They have some times where they struggle. They have these lulls, but not tonight.
And Mullen lost it out of bounds. 8:58 remaining. Wade Taylor able to sit on the bench and watch his team extend their lead to 11.
Welcome back to Denver. Coach, right now an 11-point lead for you. It starts with your defense. Also offensively, though, having a good night so far. What do you like that you've seen?
It's the wrong sport to talk about in March, but we need to win time of possession. And I think we've won time of possession being predictable in what we're doing offensively. And when we're predictable in what we do offensively, that helps us be in a position to get our defense set.
Thanks, Coach.
Good to see you.
The dapper Buzz Williams, his third different team in the NCAA, 5 times at Marquette, 3 times at Virginia Tech, and this is the 3rd time at Texas A&M, referencing Coach Elko's Aggies, time of possession.
And Buzz was breathing hard like he was playing out there. I guess the altitude's getting to everybody.
He was in a great mood yesterday.
Yes, he was. He's a very serious man, so it was glad. It was good to see him smile a couple of times.
Yeah, he was having fun yesterday at the shoot-around. And errant pass Going to be scooped up by Carter. Hangs in the air. Whoa, bad landing for everybody.
And one strong take by Carter. Yale careless turnover. Carter, Johnny on the spot right here. This is just strictly a miscommunication. Carter sees it, attacks the defender, and takes a lot of contact for the and one.
Mullins, the guy that hit the deck right there badly. And he's limping off right now, holding his back. And meanwhile, Carter, 6'6" senior out of Titusville, Florida, is going to go to the free throw line trying to cap off a three-point play here.
And if you're Yale defensively, you're going to have to tighten it up. Right now, the Aggies shooting 66% from the floor and 60% from three.
Jace Carter misses the free throw. Simmons with the rebound.
And from an offensive standpoint, Mbang and Pulikitis, those guys normally score a lot of points. 2 points combined between the two of them.
And finally,
now we got 5.
Yeah, he got a good look from the baseline and drilled it.
If Yale's going to come back in this game, it's going to be because of those two guys.
Wade Taylor, bounce pass underneath for an easy one for Garcia.
Too easy. Wade Taylor turns the corner. There's no resistance. Gets right downhill and drops it down. Yale's going to have to step it up on the defensive end.
Lob on the other end and a finish by Alaton.
Dropping the facial.
Taylor, deep three for Wade. Off the mark, rebound comes off to Mbang. He's going to try to take it, and a whistle and a foul.
Kind of loud in here. I couldn't even hear the whistle.
Don't miss a Minecraft movie, only in theaters on April 4th. So it's going to be Bulldogs ball on the baseline. Mbang will inbound. And found a man in Selskar. Ooh, could have been a three-point play as he was fouled by Wiltshire. Bulldogs looking for some offense. They need more of that. They trail by 10 with 8 minutes to go first half.
Welcome back to Denver. A 10-point game for you, Coach. You've gotten a couple buckets now, but I want to talk about defensively what you need to do to slow this Aggies team down. They're shooting around 60% right now, 50% from three.
Yeah, our rotations are bad defensively on the weak side, especially on that penetration. We got to do a better job coming down at the basket. We've held our own on the glass, which is really good, but we got to do a better job at blocking. We got to do a better job at helping each other out on the defensive end.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
And offensively, at the free throw line, Isaac Selskar, freshman, drops it down. He's got 3. Comes up and slaps hands with Mbang, and that's another guy that's got to get going.
Yeah, Mbang really has to get it going. I mean, he's the heart and soul of this team. He's the Ivy League Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. So a lot of what he does on both ends of the court, it starts with him. He has to set the tone. And right now, he has 0. More importantly, only 1 shot.
Eight minutes to go first half. Yale had the first bucket at 2-0, and it's been Texas A&M the whole time since. Three-pointer by Wiltshire, rims out. Loose ball picked up by the Aggies.
That's what they do. They offensive rebound at a very high rate.
13.6 a game, which is tops in the country.
They rebound 42% of their misses. So they don't shoot well from 3, but guess what? When they miss them, they normally go get it.
That's right. They usually get another chance. Bounce pass baseline, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Aggies. Coleman couldn't handle it.
See right there. That's a very tough pass. Across the lane, diagonal bounce pass with a defender in between. That's just making the game too hard right there. You don't have to do it.
Simmons was the early offense. He had the first 7 points for the Bulldogs. Hasn't scored since. Well, he tried there and had it rejected.
Big time block. Meet you at the summit.
Wade Taylor resets it at the point for A&M. Taylor back to Carter. Carter will try a three. And a shove underneath on the rebound.
See right there, Simmons going for the dunk. Just access denied. Washington, look, I think that was Washington with the block.
Buzz goes back to his bench or continues to rotate players through. Physicality comes back in for the Bulldogs. They need his offense badly. Under 7 to go. Hefner off the inbounds play for 3. That's short. Mbang with a rebound. Bez will bring it up. Working against Hefner. Cross courts it. Simmons. Now Townsend for a triple. That's off. And Hefner clears the glass.
Payne wants it inside.
Oh, drop step to the baseline. Cut off. Gives it up to Phelps. Right back inside to Payne. And Townsend off the backside with the rebound.
That was good defense by Yale. Especially the Yale bigs. Payne is very strong. They didn't give him any angles, force him to finish over the top.
Mbang needs some help here. Trying to get rid of the ball, finally does to Simmons.
Mbang has Payne on him. He has to go right now. Be aggressive. Don't have to shoot it, but you got to make a play.
That's a pass. That's a play.
A play was made.
Perfect pass to Townsend. Lead cut to 6. It's been as many as 13. Inside, Payne. Boy, there's some tangled up bodies right now. And going to be Yale ball.
And that's great help right there by Yale. I couldn't see who the defender was that.
Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. You can download it now. With 5.5 minutes to go, Yale trying to download some more offense here as they've cut into the Texas A&M lead.
I'm saying that last person, that was great defense by Yale. I couldn't see who the defender was, but he got a hand in there, didn't allow Payne to go to work. The first time Payne caught the ball, they let him take like 5 dribbles, and he ended up with a layup.
Townsend, nice feed inside. Oh, missed in close by Alaton.
Gotta have those. Gotta have them. Don't rush it. Take your time in there, big fella. You got all the time in the world.
And Taylor's fouled by Mbang. And that's 2 on Bez Mbang.
Right here, just take your time. Sometimes you can get in there, you can feel like you're in a hurry, especially against a team like Texas A&M, because they have such active hands. They feel like they're all over you. But when you're right there in front of the rim, take your time, go up strong, and finish with authority.
Let's see if Mbang's got to come out. Yep. Yes, he is. Or is he just talking to the coach? No, he's going to sit. He's got 2 fouls. Can ill afford a third with 5 minutes to go in the half. Phelps in some traffic, and he's fouled. And that's going to be on Braithwaite. Braithwaite picks up his first foul. So Zurich Phelps will step to the free throw line. Started off his career at SMU. Senior out of Midland, Texas. And we're trying to get everybody in the lineup that both teams want.
Trying to get everything sorted out here.
Get some shoes tied too in the meantime. It's always good. Oh, no shooting foul. Take that back. Now there'll be a shot.
Maybe not.
From Garcia. Oh, not. Now he's going to the free throw line. Alaton hammers him. That'll send Anderson Garcia to the free throw line.
Garcia was trying to finish this one, and that was a big time foul. Little physical, nothing dirty, just letting you know I'm here.
Garcia off the mark with the first one. Welcome to your new American dream. See inside the life of global sports and entertainment superstars Jake and Logan Paul in the new family reality series. Don't miss Paul American, streaming March 27th exclusively on Max. Garcia got the second. And the lead is 7, just under 5 minutes to go first half here in Denver.
With Mbang out, Physicality has to get going. He's open for that one.
Missed the shot, though. Had a clean look.
Yeah, that's probably the best look he's got all game. And you see him right there, a little frustrated. He kind of pats his chest.
Yeah.
He knew that's an easy one for him. He hits those in his sleep.
Taylor got a big time pick. Simmons almost lost his balance, and then the feed inside of Payne, and he's been one to the Bulldogs so far. He's got 8 points.
He's been one, and he's been on one, finishing very strong inside.
And a whistle and a foul on Phelps.
Right here, Taylor knows he's throwing this right away. Soon as he sees the big come up too far, soon as the big comes up, Taylor knows he has it, throws it up top, and he knows Payne is going to finish it.
Townsend had an open look, probably should have taken it. Instead, he'll drive and lay it in.
That was nice.
Guess he knew what he wanted.
Yeah, he did. Kept the give, faked the handoff, got right inside for a little floater slash hook. It's a little bit of both. Not quite a hook, not quite a floater.
Wade Taylor, the quick crossover, trying to feed the paint, threw it away. Now Braithwaite running the point with Mbang on the bench. Physicality has a look at the clock with 10 to shoot. It's going up one way or another, and it got blocked, but he's fouled by Washington.
And there was no need for Washington to do that.
Foul late in the shot clock. Aggies 32-25. Yale trailing. They've had too many turnovers as we take a look at our game summary, and those turnovers have turned into 10 Aggie points, and thus a 7-point Texas A&M lead.
Yeah, you can't afford to give this Texas A&M 3 points. Sometimes Texas A&M struggles to score in the half court. They struggle to shoot from the 3-point line. So you want them to earn every bucket that they get. If you give it to them in transition, life's going to be a lot easier for them.
Aggies fans are saying right now, this is great shooting by Texas A&M, because they can have those moments where they can go about 6 minutes without scoring, but they played well offensively in this first half for sure.
Aggie fans probably don't even recognize this Texas A&M team offensively. They've been known to get in a couple of rock fights, but not tonight.
Physicality 6 for the game. First team all Ivy League senior out of Naperville, Illinois. We mentioned earlier the lefty had the huge game in the upset of Auburn a year ago when they put up 28, and he rips both free throws. Cuts the lead to 5.
I'll tell you what, Yale's hanging in there. And when you look at the fact that they haven't played the greatest, they've given up a lot of points off turnovers. Mbang hasn't gotten going yet, and they're right there.
Taylor missed a 3. Offensive rebound by Payne, and he's got 10.
Payne's been playing strong, and that's what the Aggies do. That's their calling card.
Yep.
Offensive rebound, offensive rebound, offensive rebound. They're a toughness team. Everything they do is predicated on toughness. They want to out-tough you all game long.
Of their previous 32 games, they have out-rebounded 28 of their opponents. So you can hang with them on the rebounding area. That's good, but it's hard to do. Physicality misses a 3. Garcia, the leading rebounder, speaking of rebounds, has another one, and he's fouled in the backcourt. Coming up on AT&T at the half. Get all the scores and highlights, plus the latest NCAA tournament news. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. When you talk about guys that you look at the team and you go, who's the glue guy? This is the glue guy for Texas A&M. I've done a lot of his games when he was at Mississippi State and in College Station, and we talked with Buzz Williams about it yesterday, and I just said, Anderson Garcia, and he just shook his head like he doesn't show up in the stat column all the time, but man, he does a lot for this team.
Some guys are like that.
Yeah.
I played with guys where if you're just watching the stat sheet, you're like, oh, that guy didn't have a good game. But then when you go back and watch the film, you're like, man, that guy gave us extra possessions. He set really good screens. There were plays where he cut in transition and got other guys open, just good things like that.
Dana?
Guys, they call him the Dominican Rodman because he's from the Dominican Republic, and he does those Rodman-like things, going after boards, but also really nice note, he sends shoes back to the DR because he knows they're kids with the big feet like he had that can't get them.
That's great.
Gotta love that.
Mbang almost lost the handle there at 2:25 mark. It's an 8-point game. Mbang still scoreless. Townsend, cross-court pass to Mbang. Got to go up with the left hand. Scramble underneath and a score.
I don't even mind that Mbang missed that. He was aggressive. And just because he was aggressive, it ends up leading to an offensive rebound. He has to be on go mode when he catches the rock.
Seven to shoot. Phelps will do it from three-point land. And we got a collision in the paint.
A little bit too physical in there that time for the Aggies.
Will be a foul on Texas A&M.
We're gonna look at this, see if we have a hostile act. Didn't think so, but maybe we'll get a second look.
The officials going over to have a look
The
at
previous rebounding
the
foul is under
collision
review.
right there.
Ooh. That could.
Pretty good shoulder.
Yeah, it was a real deliberate shoulder.
Solomon Washington.
Yeah, I mean, Washington went in there definitely looking for the contact.
And Mbang was the recipient of
Right
that
there.
collision.
Yeah.
Gene Steratore is with us. Gene, first time we talked to you today. What do you think?
Yeah, Ness, I think when you look in the description of flagrant one and we use words like excessive, unnecessary, to me that activity has definitely taken you to that place. As I look at this play, look, boxing out is one thing, but when you're taking a shot at that level in an unnecessary, in an excessive fashion, I can agree with the flagrant one there. You can see him kind of line him up, and he gives him a little more than what you would normally expect, leaning into that excessive nature of contact.
Our officials, Mike Reed and Chuck Jones, Chance Moore and Chuck Jones having a look. And Chuck's going to come over and tell us,
review,
I think.
The rebounding foul on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant one foul. Yale will get 2 shots on the ball.
2 shots in the ball, unnecessary. Chuck Jones said to us when he came over. And you heard the announcement as well, but here's another look. And as Gene called it, that is what the rule book calls for.
And you know Gene's never wrong.
I agree with
I've done a
most
lot
of
of
the
games
time.
with Gene. I've yet to see Gene be wrong. If Gene says it's a flagrant, it's a flagrant.
Yeah. Well, I've seen me be right and he and Gary Danielson be wrong on football, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
And Mbang misses
I've
the
only
free
seen
throw.
him in the basketball.
Gene,
I appreciate that, Steve. I did hear a little pause from Ness when you said that I was never wrong. There was a slight pause there. I did hear it, but then and Ness is right too. There was a couple times that 2 of the 3 of us might have agreed, but maybe not unanimous.
there you go, Gino. Thanks. And Mbang, meanwhile, wastes an opportunity to get on the scoreboard and cut into the lead with that flagrant. They'll still have the ball, but they could have had 2 more points. Let's see if they can get some this trip. Mbang trying to get it to Townsend, does. Townsend, the skip pass over to Mbang. 5 to shoot. It's going to be a wasted possession if they don't get something here. They got it up on the rim, but they didn't get the shot to go, and Garcia clears off the rebound. Wade Taylor on the run, and he's fouled.
I tell you what, when Wade Taylor makes up his mind, he's going to the basket.
Goes fast.
He's going to get there. You see right here, Taylor, right now he's saying, hey, I'm getting there. And everybody on Yale, you can try and stop me, but he made up his mind right around about 3 steps outside the three-point line. He was getting all the way to the cup.
And about 9 times out of 10, he's not going to miss the free throws either. His jersey's going in the rafters in College Station, and
see what you did there?
I didn't mean to do that.
You did the announcer's jinx. You've been doing that all day today.
You've been doing that all day.
Shame on you.
Hembang against Hefner, and now Simmons. Three-pointer won't go for Pulikitis. And we got a foul on the rebound on Wade Taylor.
Yeah, I think they got Taylor boxing out. Got a little bit too overzealous in there. Little fella's not afraid to stick his nose in there, though.
And Wade comes out with 48.4 till halftime. And a 6-point Aggie lead. Tried to get it Simmons on the inbound. That wasn't a good pass. And Hefner's trying to go coast to coast. And does.
Oh.
That was a costly Yale turnover. You take the flagrant one and missing the free throws, then not getting the field goal, and then throwing it away again. I mean, that minute for the Bulldogs was horrible.
Yale has not been capitalizing on the opportunity. This game could be much closer, but they have not maximized what they should have.
Townsend hook shot won't drop. Garcia yet again with a rebound. And the Aggies can go for the last shot.
I think Buzz wants a timeout, yeah.
And he'll take it with 11.9 remaining in the half. It'll be an A&M lead at halftime. We'll find out how much when we come back. McNeese upset Clemson today, so at least 1-12 seeds won a first-round game in 34 of the last 40 tournaments. The 1 through 4 seeds, Texas A&M is a 4 seed, 4-0 so far today, and they've won big in the Big Ten. We saw Wisconsin, one of those wins. Purdue was the other. Mendez Mbang missed a couple of free throws earlier. He's got 2 fouls, hasn't scored yet. And Yale, a wasted minute to play after that flagrant one, and then the missed free throws, and then a turnover, and another missed basket. And
Yale went to his zone trying to throw him off.
Taylor for 3.
Didn't throw off Taylor. Didn't throw him off. He ran it right away.
He caps off the half from deep. First team All-SEC performer, all-time leading Aggie scorer, and says, yeah, that's a way to end the half. And in doing so, they've got a 40-29 lead as we go to Dana.
I'm going to say what Brad Nessler just said. That's the way to go to half.
Yeah, it really is. We tried to play our basketball the whole half, trying to turn the game to how we want to play, and it's going well so far.
When you talk about how you want to play, for people that don't know your style, the defense comes first. You guys have really been banging them and holding their top scorers, really frustrating them. What do you need to do in the second half to keep that up?
Continue to do that, make all his shots tough. All of his shots, actually, they're all phenomenal players, so we just want to make their shots harder than what they normally are used to.
All right, thanks, Wade.
Thank you.
Well, they led by as many as 13 at 27-14. They go to the locker room with an 11-point cushion. End of the half, 40-29 Aggies. We'll send you to AT&T at the half. After these messages, you're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Just about set to start the second half. Texas A&M warming up, and they have been warm so far in the first 20 minutes, 40-29. Welcome back, everybody. Brad and Brendan, Dana's down on the baseline. Bad combination for Yale. They've shot poorly. They turned it over too much. And then something we don't see all the time, Texas A&M's hitting their shots 59% right now.
Yeah, Texas A&M's been able to knock down their shots. They've been getting good looks and knocking them in. And on the flip side, Yale's leading scorers have not been able to get it done. Mbang is one of the better players that we have in the Ivy League, but he has not been able to score. On the flip side, Wade Taylor, he's been pushing the action, finding a way to be aggressive when he's not been scoring inside. He's been dropping dimes off for his teammates. He just has that pit bull mentality. Actually, everybody on Texas A&M has that mentality, but he is the epitome of it.
Let's take a look at the GMC first half stats. You don't see Texas A&M shoot 59% all that often. And points off turnovers and the bench points all in their favor. And they made their last 3 field goals to end the half as we check in with Dana.
Guys, coming out of the locker room, the Yale players were saying a very simple message. They looked at each other and said, we have to relax, have fun, and play like we did last year. That was the key to our success. And when I talked to Coach, it wasn't very different. He said one of the things when it comes to the turnovers that he reminded them is relax, play the game you know how to play. You should be over the jitters right now. As for Des Mbang, he did say he just needs to see the ball go through the basket. He's putting so much pressure on himself right now. That'll help.
Yeah, no points for Mbang and 6 rebounds ever. But for Texas A&M, Buzz has got to like this, as seeing that red area as they've been hot, and the points 13 out of 15 on their 2-point field goals, 4 of 11. So they're seeing it go in the basket. Yale is not at this point. And Hefner will inbound to start the second half. The Aggies going right to work. Defensive rebound comes off to Alaton, and he's fouled. And that was a cheap one on Hefner as he pants his chest and says, yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, Hefner didn't need it. Alaton already had the rebound. Sometimes when you're trying to make those type of plays, you just let him go.
Now let's see if Yale can do what Dana says Coach Jones told him to do. Have some fun and play like you know how to play, like they did a year ago against Auburn. But for a team that averages 82 points a game, they got to start putting some points up. That one won't go. Garcia's long arm might have altered that shot a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. As we see right here. Wow, he got fouled.
Maybe fouled, huh?
No, not maybe. Definitely.
Well, they didn't call it.
Bumped him on the shot, and he didn't allow him to land. That's an easy call.
Simmons.
He started the game out high.
Yeah, he did. He had the first 7. Nice dish that time to Townsend. Townsend's got 9.
Yeah, Simmons drove right there. Really aggressive drive, made the defense react, and found Townsend in the middle of the paint.
Extra pass. And the drive no good by Obaseki. But a whistle and a foul. Simmons picks up the foul.
Yeah, easy call right there. Strong drive to the basket.
So Manny Obaseki to the free throw line for the first time today. And knocks it down. 4 for him. Watch whip around coverage of all men's games with Fast Break presented by AT&T in the March Madness Live app.
Let's see on this offensive possession if Yale comes down and runs something deliberate for Mbang to try to get a shot. Maybe a pick and roll, get him downhill. Something like that right there. I like that play.
And successful it is.
Like I said, I just want to see the young man be aggressive. Doesn't always have to score because the defense is going to react to him because of how good he is, but he was aggressive and decisive on that play. Yale needs more of that from him.
Selskar now with 8 points for the Bulldogs. Wade Taylor is to give it up to Hefner for 3. That rims out. And going to be a foul on Coleman trying to get the rebound with Townsend.
See right there. Oh, yeah, Townsend definitely got fouled. Good box out, though. Like I said, that's what you have to do. You have to fight for every inch against Texas A&M. They're going to foul you sometimes. Make them do that.
Well, Coleman picks up the foul and then sits down. Simmons cut off on the baseline. Up to Townsend. And the lefty goes. Pulikitis.
He's got a smooth stroke, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
There's a reason why this guy averages 19 points a game.
Taylor, the wraparound pass. And the flush by Payne.
Payne inside, playing like a grown man. And there's Taylor right there. There's the drive, and there's Payne. He got fouled, but he would not be denied. And that is how you go up strong. When you're a big man, when you go up inside, every time you have to think of attacking that rim like it owes you money.
So the junior out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota, steps to the free throw line as a leading scorer right now for the Aggies with a dozen, well over his average already, and can cap a three-point play, and does. Mbang working against Taylor, gives it up to Townsend.
Right now, Texas A&M doing a good job denying the wings.
Trying to get it inside to Simmons. Nice overplay by Obaseki, and turnover Yale.
That all started with Texas A&M denying the wings. Pulikitis couldn't get the ball.
Beat Taylor way off the mark. That was from the March Madness logo.
Yeah.
Mbang laid up with the left hand and off the mark.
He just can't get anything to go right now. And then he picks up the foul.
And a third foul for him. Things not going number two's way right now.
And you see him right there. Strong drive. These are shots that he normally makes. Just got to slow it down a little bit. He even said, hey, I got to just slow down, focus, and play the way I'm capable of playing. We know what you're capable of. Ivy League Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. So we understand the skill set is there. You just have to slow down and take advantage.
Payne lost the handle, but they're going to call a foul. So Townsend picks up the foul. Wade Taylor to inbound to Hefner. He's going straight up with it. Simmons tracks it down on the baseline. Simmons and Pulikitis lead Yale with 9 each. And now the three goes.
And that was
Pulikitis.
And that was a great find by Mbang right there. They're denying the wings. He went back door. When he went back door, the defense had to recover, saw quickly, found his partner on the wing for a three-point shot.
Oh, what a drive by Wade Taylor.
Man.
He just does it so many different ways. So quick. 9 for Wade. And Pulikitis bumped on the baseline by Payne.
I like that drive right there by Taylor.
A little hang time, left hand off the glass.
Just being aggressive. This is what he does.
Townsend spins in the paint. The kick out. Pulikitis clangs a three. Rebound off to A&M, and they look to run. On a one-on-one, and winning that is Obaseki.
Normally, if you get a one-on-one situation, the Aggies are going to win it.
Lead back to double digits at 11. Under 16 to go in the ball game. Townsend out. Three-pointer off the mark for Mbang. Still hasn't scored.
The struggles continue for Mbang.
Hefner, he's not shy about shooting the three. Obaseki for Texas A&M, taking it up to the rack and off the window for an 11-point lead. The 5-seed Michigan Wolverines in the house, the Big Ten tournament champions. They're coming up in our nightcap against UC San Diego, making their first ever appearance in the NCAA tournament. Big Blue, well represented here in Denver.
What's that young man got right there? That looked pretty good.
He's got some sprinkles. That'd be too much for you. That's just too it's not healthy enough.
It looked good, though.
Okay.
It looked good. It was the dips.
Yeah, Dippin' dots. That's what those things are.
Yeah.
Multicolored dip dots.
Going to work too.
49-38, 15 and a half to go. Yale Bulldogs still looking for some consistent offense.
And right now what Texas A&M is doing is they're making the catches very hard on the wing. They're top blocking at the top, and Yale is struggling to get into their offense.
Bulldogs working against Hefner. Hefner, nice job defensively. Simmons on the drive on the baseline.
Great take by Simmons. Great take by Simmons.
His first basket of the second half cuts the lead to 9 at the 15-minute mark.
What I mean by top block is when Yale's scorers go to the perimeter, they want to go get those handoffs and those passes. Texas A&M is denying it, forcing them all back doors.
Phelps looking to get it inside the paint.
There's that guy.
He'll kick it back outside. Obaski gave up a 3, takes a 15-footer and got it.
He didn't catch it. He wanted to shoot the first one, but he didn't catch it cleanly. He made the smart decision of not rushing it and getting right to the mid-range.
And on the baseline, it's Pulikidis. So he's got back-to-back buckets.
He's smooth, man. Like, he's just a confident scorer.
I watched him at the end of the shoot-around yesterday. I don't think he missed a shot, like 30 in a row, and they were mostly three-pointers. He's got a sweet stroke. Here's the overplay by Townsend. Nice job defensively. Oh, wow, and knocked out of there by Obaseki.
And then Washington with the extra hustle play. And throws off and bang. That's what Texas A&M basketball is all about. You get the block and you don't stop there. You keep giving extra effort and you end up getting the ball and it's your possession on the heady out of bounds play, throwing it off of inbound.
James Jones wanted a goaltending on this one.
Might have been right. I don't know. But then right here, Washington not settling, throwing it off Mbang, and now it's Texas A&M ball.
Zurich Phelps on the dribble for Texas A&M, trying to feed the post. And a foul on Townsend.
Phelps is talking to Payne.
I thought that was going to go the other way for a second.
And Phelps is talking to Payne because he realized he almost had another turnover. He's like, hey, man, I need you to seal off inside and get big and hold him off. Right there, yeah.
Ooh, that was close.
I'm not sure if I saw a foul, but you saw Phelps talking to Payne right away. Hey, man, give me your target. Seal him off, get the ball, then go to work.
Strong move by Payne.
That time, that's exactly what he did.
He averages 9.4 a game. He's got 15.
He's having himself a ball game, isn't he?
Yep. Lead goes back to double digits. Pulikidis lets fly. Come the Aggies on the run. Phelps, the kick out.
Oh, one more. Garcia was clapping his hands. He wanted it.
Manny Obaseki on the dribble, 10 on the shot clock. And now collides with Mbang. No foul there. Weaves through some traffic. Kick out pass. And an air ball for Phelps and a shot clock violation. TNT's your new home for NASCAR this summer. Tune in beginning June 28th on TNT and stream on Max. Obaseki is going to get a breather. And C.J. Wilcher comes in for him. Likewise, Riley Fox makes his first appearance, and Simmons will sit. Mbang has to pick up his dribble. Got it to Pulikidis. Entry pass kicked. And they'll reset the shot clock at 20. It was at 19 anyway. So they'll pick up a second for the Bulldogs. Trailing the entire game. It was tied at 2-2 at one point. And Yale had the first basket of the ball game. And since then, it's been all Aggies.
So Texas A&M is doing so much denying on the perimeter. Like you see right there, they're just denying those catches in there, make you fight for everything. Once I get the ball in my scorer's hands, I might just run a mid-pick and roll and leave it at that and live with the results.
Physicality fade away after he dribbled through the paint. Rebound snatched down by Payne.
How hot was Payne for that one?
Yeah. There's the one tie we had at 2-2. Biggest lead was 13 for A&M at 27-14 in the first half. Inside, and going to be a foul, sending Pharrell Payne to the free throw line.
And right now, Payne is just out physicaling the whole Yale front line. You see a quick weak side duck in, steps in there, drop step, and you don't see a lot of that anymore. A lot of bigs don't duck in on that weak side. They pop to the corner, maybe even the mid-range, but not Payne. He's going right inside, getting 2 feet in the lane, and he's creating a problem every chance he gets. I used to love the duck in. That weak side duck in play. You remember those plays?
Absolutely. I saw you do a lot of those.
Yeah, but I mean, just everybody. I mean, it was just weak side duck-ins were a thing that was done in the early 2000s where the ball's on one side of the court, the big would just duck in, get 2 feet in the lane, and you would either get fouled, a layup, little quick, easy jump up. It was just a quick way for bigs to get points. Game is different now, though, boy.
A little bit. Pharrell Payne got 1 of 2.
You know, that's when you're old when you start talking about, you know, back in my day.
Yeah, no.
Back in my day, we used to duck in.
That's what I was talking about when I used to do your games. Mbang still looking for some points. Not that he's their leading scorer, but it would have helped the cause if he could get some. Physicality, nice job by Garcia, has to give it up. Back to Mbang, 5 to shoot. A little bit of an alley there. He'll kick it out. Three-pointer goes.
Fox straight off the bench and drops a triple.
Freshman from West Hartford, Connecticut.
They needed that.
Get it back to single digits at the 11.5-minute mark.
Payne looking for it inside again. They missed him, though. He's got 2 feet in there one more time.
Phelps, crossover dribble working on Mbang. 5 to shoot. He'll take it over him. That one clangs off the back of the iron. Rebound. And we're going to have a foul on A&M. It's going to be on Pharrell Payne. Everybody hitting the deck, looking for a win in first round action here in the South region. Our game summary: Texas A&M that shoots normally 41.6 on the average from the field, and they've been well over 50 throughout this game. Their bench points 23. Now 16 of those is Pharrell Payne, and he didn't start the game, but that was Coleman who started, but he's played the majority of the game, and he's done this the whole time.
And Payne's been a difference. He's been dunking everything that's been at the rim, finishing with authority, giving them a Payne presence. He's been drop stepping, getting shots to fall. Payne has been an absolute problem from the jump. As soon as he walked into the game, he walked in with a purpose.
Bulldogs had it swiped. Wade Taylor knocked it away from Fox.
Oh, I thought that went off Taylor. You see, Texas A&M wants him to take it out real quick. Don't take a look at this one.
James Jones says, "I can't believe it."
Yeah, that looked like Taylor to me.
Yep, me too. Fingertip to fingertip, but right there, the last finger I thought was Wade Taylor's. And the fans that are watching this, that are Yale fans, are booing it.
Yeah, that's definitely Taylor. Oh, maybe not.
I don't know. Well, poetic justice to get the ball one way or another, I guess.
Great philosopher Rasheed Wallace said, "Ball don't lie."
Fox tried another three from the spot. He hit one. He misses that one. Wade Taylor will bring it up, take his time. Welcher. Washington up strong with an offensive glass in his first basket.
I tell you what, watching Texas A&M offensive rebound is a thing of beauty. They just feel like every time it goes up on the glass, it's theirs.
56-45. We approach the midway point of the second half. Townsend trying to drive and sneaks in and under on the baseline.
That's a great step through. Townsend got right there, got to the baseline, stepped through, and won.
Looked like he ran out of real estate right here and then went, I got this.
Wiltshire on the double team, you got to shut that down. When you got him right there, see that slide to the corner, he gave up that space, and great move by Townsend to see that, take advantage of it, and slither through there for the 2.
First time Yale's been to the line this half, and they don't connect. No three-point play for Townsend. But they do stay within striking distance. They just keep hanging around. Midway point, second half, single-digit game, but Wade Taylor can change that in a hurry.
It's handed, but Garcia just cleared Townsend out right there for Taylor to get that layup.
Fox.
I tell you what, Fox ain't shy.
2 threes for Riley.
He was in the deep freezer in the first half, and he's come right in this game and got to work. I mean, the deep freezer, like back behind the bacon zone.
Taylor with a Coleman screen in front of him runs into Mbang, and Mbang's picked up his 4th foul.
And with 9 minutes to play, he might have to sit down. Coach Jones is contemplating. He's definitely moving, so it is the right call. And he wants to stay in, but I think you got to probably try to take him out for 3 or 4 minutes here. The fact that they're leaving him in tells me how much they trust this young man.
Wade Taylor going to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. And you're right, they are going to leave him in. He's pleading his case with the officials, but to no avail. It's still number 4 going to the free throw line. 11 for Wade right now, looking for, and he missed another free throw. He doesn't do that very often. 0 for 2 from the stripe here. Mbang, bounce pass. Oh, rejected inside by Carter.
Carter came out of nowhere for that block.
Jace Carter sent Jack Malloy's attempted layup back right at him.
I thought Yale had a bucket there for sure.
Taylor going to work. He knows Mbang's got 4 fouls.
Mbang's got to be careful.
Phelps, he'll try 3. Air ball.
A little windy in here. Give him a screen.
Townsend trying to leave it for Mbang. Almost gave it to Garcia.
They left it a little bit too high.
Baseline. Townsend with a hook shot.
Hey, Townsend's got some good moves down there. He's crafty.
You know, Buzz Williams warned us about number 42 yesterday. He said he might not look like he's a player. He's a heck of a player. And with that, Buzz says, you know what, I've seen enough. We had a big lead. It has fallen to 6. 8:20 to play. Yale Bulldogs and Nick Townsend not going away. All right, Jamie, thanks. KJ had some injury problems earlier in the year, and he is the glue of that team. 2 Hall of Fame coaches, John Calipari and Bill Self, going at it there, and the winner might get another Hall of Fame coach in Rick Pitino. That's a pretty loaded bracket, as far as the coaches anyway. Wade Taylor, deep 3. And Townsend with a rebound. Townsend number 2 in the Ivy League in rebounds. He's got a big one there. He's got 13 points. He's been their offense in the second half as he's helped them cut this lead down to 6.
He's made a big time jump this year. Last season only averaged 6 points a game. This year up to 15 and first team all Ivy League.
That'd be big if it goes, but it's in and out. Garcia will clear the glass, and Taylor ahead to Phelps. Phelps will wait for the troops to get into the front court. And that means Wade Taylor at the point. As we approach 7.5 minutes, a 6-point Texas A&M lead. They led by as many as 13 in this game. Carter, Jace Carter for 3, and he got it.
That's great execution on the weak side. Ran a little pin down action. Carter came off and shot it with no hesitation.
Jace has got a smile. That's only his 16th three-pointer of the year. Big one right there.
That's why he's smiling. That's why he's smiling.
Rejected by Garcia. Taylor gives Garcia a high five in the backcourt while he's dribbling.
I'll tell you what, this team is all about the vibes. Vibes and energy. That's what Texas A&M is all about.
7 minutes to go in regulation, a 9-point A&M lead.
Tried to run the same play again. This time, Yale was awake on the weak side.
That three won't go, but a strong offensive rebound and put back inside.
That's back-to-back buckets for Carter, and he's feeling it. Six minutes left to play. What happened?
Got an officials timeout. And we will go to break with the Aggies having stretched the lead back out again. 63-52. If you're wondering why that timeout, Buzz Williams is right at the coach's box line, and he's going to come up about 10 feet up closer to midcourt, and so the officials stop play. Coach's box warning, and then the media timeout. And so,
and Buzz acting like he about to check in.
At any rate, that's what stopped play.
He's sweating like he's about to. He's sweating like he's played 15 minutes.
And he came out with just the vest at halftime, so he'd already been a little bit hot by halftime. Townsend fouled underneath.
And there's that guy Townsend, yet again. He's been strong inside all game long.
Going to the free throw line, a 76% free throw shooter. Over 100 assists this year. Good three-point shooter. And missed the free throw, however. Stream CBS Sports HQ, your free 24/7 snapshot of all the sports that matter to you. You can catch highlights, in-depth analysis, and breaking news anywhere you are. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Townsend second off the mark, too.
Missed them both.
Has missed 3 free throws in the game, 0 for 3. Arkansas and Kansas, as Jamie told us, is a tight one. It's coming down to the wire on CBS. If you want to check it out. Razorbacks and the Jayhawks. Here are the Aggies of the SEC.
Whoa! That guy yet again.
Pharrell Payne has been one to the Bulldogs all day.
He's been on one. And even there defensively, stops the drive, turns around, and then contests that shot.
Wade Taylor going to take it to the rack. No basket. Fouled en route.
Right here, just watch Payne. Actually, just Johnny on the spot right there. The ball falls right to him, but as soon as he goes, as soon as he gets the rock, he's going up to dunk it every single time.
Leading the Aggies with 18 points. And he has been strong underneath.
There's no layups with that guy. You know, some bigs go up kind of timid, trying to use the glass, not Payne. Every single time he's trying to have it be a rim rock.
You knew that free throw was going to go because Wade Taylor is not going to miss 3 in a row.
Not as well as he shoots it from the strike.
Wade over 2,000 points, over 400 assists, over 200 steals. And you add that to the fact that he is lightning fast in the open court, and that's the kind of player he's been in his time. The grad student out of Dallas. Got them both. 13 for Taylor. Lead back to 15. The free throw line today, Yale started 4 for 4. They have missed their last 5, including 2 from Mbang.
Maybe this will get Mbang going.
And even if it does, it might be too little too late.
Still a lot of time left. It would be improbable, but not impossible.
So they're 50% from the free throw line as a team.
But if Yale was to pull the comeback off, this guy would have to be a big reason for it. He'd have to get going.
Yep.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Right now, it's 13-point lead, 5 minutes to play. And you see Yale trying to extend the defense a little bit. When you're down at this point in the game, you got to try to do something to change the tempo. Maybe that's full court press, a little bit half court trap.
Wade Taylor taking his time, adjusts his sweatband, wipes off the back of his shoes, now goes to work. Cross-court pass finds a wide open man for three. Didn't go, though, for Carter. Kept alive. Offensive rebound. That's what they do. That's who they are.
They've been the best at it for 2 years in a row in the NCAA. Best offensive rebounding team for 2 years straight.
And a turnover and then a foul. It's going to be on Babasicki. Went between his legs, lost the handle, and then
didn't need it too. Right now you're up 13. In that situation, going in between the legs, too much sauce right there. Just be basic. Pull it out.
Pulikitis will go up to the line, and he's 2 for 2. On the season, I'll let our graphics department mention that he's a really good free throw shooter. I'm not saying anything.
Good job. You've jinxed enough people today. This is our third game. You've jinxed enough people.
Just under 5 minutes to go. Pulikitis can cut it to 11.
He's got 15, but he's had to work for his 15.
You're not kidding.
5 of 15 from the floor, 2 of 8 from 3. This Texas A&M defense has totally shut this backcourt down.
Got them both. Taylor to Babasicki, a little three-quarter court pressure. Well, really wasn't the pressure. It was just an errant pass from Carter. Threw it away.
But that's why you do it. You can't let Texas A&M be comfortable. You got to try to do something, junk up the game. Down double digits, right around 5 minutes to play. Got to speed this tempo up. Now offensively, you got to execute.
Bulldogs can get it to single digits if they can hit a shot here.
And now Texas A&M trying to junk up the game a little bit. They're switching up. They're going zone for the first time in the game.
Mbang trying to get it down to Townsend, and guess who? Garcia with the pickoff.
And the struggles continue for Mbang.
Taylor running the show at the point, using some clock. And now drives against Simmons, up off the glass. Simmons might have got a piece of it. It's still dropped in.
Yeah, Taylor went high with the scoop. We talked about it in the first half, and I'll say it again. When this young man makes up his mind, he's going to the basket. There's not many that's going to stop him.
Pulikitis, 3. And timeout Yale. 4 minutes, 2 seconds remaining. 10-point game with the Aggies in front. All right, James, thanks. Arkansas, one of the 14 teams from the SEC, a record-breaking 14 teams in the SEC in the tournament if they win that. Here we've got Texas A&M from the SEC. They've led pretty much throughout the game. And with under 4 minutes to go, wow, they throw it away.
And right there, they had the lob over the top. And that's what Payne was anticipating right there. You just throw that up and you let your big man finish it and throw it down.
Yeah, Farrell can't score with his knees.
Yeah,
right through.
That might be one of the worst executed lob passes I've seen in quite some time.
That one would have been good for me, but not for you.
You go for a lob pass and it ends up at your knees.
And we got a technical on James Jones. So we had a coach's warning on one side for Buzz Williams and a T on this end.
You can't afford to get a technical foul right here. Down 10 with the ball. I'm not sure what James Jones said, but man. Oh no, James Jones. That was Buzz.
It was Buzz. Well, they called it right in front of Coach Jones, and I thought it was on him. But Pulikitis to the free throw line, and he knocked it down. And it was out of the coach's box again. Buzz just can't keep himself out near midcourt. He's still out of the coach's box. He's still about 5 feet outside of it, but
Buzz is like, forget your coach's box.
So we warned him once. The second time it cost him a free throw and a possession.
And he is still not good.
And it's still a single-digit game with 3.5 minutes to play. Pulikitis through some traffic, draws a double team. Townsend tried to go up for a shot, and a shot clock violation. Good job defensively at the very end by Pharrell Payne, because Townsend was trying to get a 3 off.
Yeah, he tried it, but Payne was right there and was able to strip him. But it was overall just great defense by the Aggies from start to finish. The way they harass you defensively and they wear on you, it's hard to get good quality shots.
Garcia tried to throw one down. It comes back out to Taylor at the point, going right back inside, and Payne lays it in.
Why not? It's been that type of game for Payne.
20 for Rel Payne.
And 9 of 11 from the field. Efficient.
Mbang has not taken a three-point shot. I don't know if he's taken hardly any shots, to be honest with you. Trying to feed his teammates, and he's done that well, but as Selskar has 10 for the game. Yeah, hanging around. Here comes Wade Taylor. And he missed the layup, but you know who's there?
Johnny on the spot. That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. Right there. Taylor goes to the basket. Payne does his work early, gets in position, then grabs the offensive rebound and one. But it starts with the body positioning inside. As soon as he gets inside, he squares up, use those wide shoulders to carve out space, and then you see him flexing a little bit. He's flexing.
Unfortunately, in an NCAA tournament game for a senior, Mbang, it was not his night. He is fouled out.
Yeah.
But just 2 points.
Mbang, this is going to be a game that he will not want to remember.
And you can tell that by the look on his face and the hug from his coach.
One of the better players in the Ivy League. He just didn't have it today.
Nope. The guy that has had it is at the free throw line, trying to cap off a three-point play. Started his college career at Minnesota. I mentioned earlier, a native Cottage Grove, Minnesota. And he has tied his career high. That's 23. Townsend got an open look from three-point land. Rimmed out. Jace Carter way up there for the rebound. These guys just don't get rebounds. They fly for rebounds. The Aggies.
They have so many guys that rebound outside of their area. You see them on one side of the lane when the ball goes up, and they fly straight across the other side to make sure they get that ball.
Carter, triple on the baseline. Got it.
You said he only hit 16 threes before today?
Yep.
Man.
Now that was number 17. Had 15 coming in. Simmons.
I can't tell.
Mid-range jumper goes. And Yale timeout. A minute 42, but a 13-point Aggie lead here in Denver. Yale down to one timeout as we look at our game reset. Both teams are shooting free throws. We got a minute 42 to go. A&M with a 13-point lead, which was the biggest they had in the first half. They stretched it to 15 at one point in this half at 67-52. And a sad ending for the career of Mbang. Arkansas, we understand, held on to beat Kansas. So an SEC team with a win over the Big 12. And here, an SEC team trying to get a win as well. Lakitas with a foul.
I'll tell you what, playing in the SEC all year long, it prepares you for this moment. Because every game in the SEC is an absolute battle. They were playing a different brand of basketball out there this season.
Yep.
So many high-quality ball clubs.
So about 10 years ago, they had, I think the SEC tournament was possibly in Atlanta, but they had a meeting of the minds, and Greg Sankey, the commissioner, had said, okay, our football's really good, but our basketball is not very good. And what we need to do is have better coaches. And now you look at the coaches they have, including the one we have here, Buzz Williams, and you go down the list and you go, wow, they got good coaches. And obviously 14 really good teams that are playing in the tournament.
When you have good coaches, they're able to recruit good talent. You get what you got this year in the SEC. A lot of high-level ball clubs. That's a tough shot.
Kept alive. He'll get another chance, maybe on the baseline. He'll feed it inside to Townsend, who's been their offense. 15 for Nick, 20 for Physicality, but not enough from everybody else.
Yeah, and Townsend's been the only person that's been able to shoot a good percentage from the field.
Yeah.
And even though those guys are more physical and strong and more imposing to him, he just has a way about him with the way he plays his game. He hasn't struggled like the rest of his teammates.
Wade Taylor with the pass into the front court to Phelps. They try to double team Phelps to Hefner. Garcia will hold it. They're going to play some keep away here.
Smart basketball by the Aggies. The clock is your friend.
Minute to play.
So these type of situations, the defense wants you to speed up. The smart team slow it down, execute, and take time off that clock.
Wade Taylor gets it to Garcia. He'll try a three as the clock's winding down. Mullen with a rebound. Self-scar. That one's way off. Payne with the board, and he's fouled. In the backcourt by Simmons. So as the Aggies walk it down court, 38.5 seconds from their 23rd win of the season for Buzz Company. And they are just about on their way to see who they're going to play on Saturday, be it Michigan or UC San Diego. That's our nightcap coming up in about a half an hour. Maybe a little bit less than that. For a new career high for Pharrell Payne. And there it is. 24. .69 junior has had himself a game.
Yes, he has. Like I said, it's been right away. As soon as he got in from the first post up, he's just been aggressive, and Yale has had no answer for him. He's been physical. He's been active.
Failed to mention a double-double, as you saw the graphic. 25 and 10 for Payne.
And also 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Only shoots 57 on the year, but got everything going tonight.
Yeah, he did. Physicality. Wow, that was a tough three-point shot.
Yes, it was. Payne contested it, but it did not matter.
That's going to be Yale's final timeout. It's a 10-point game with 32 seconds to go. Number 4 is not quitting yet. Yale can't stop it again other than fouling Texas A&M. 32.4 seconds left. They're out of timeouts. Aggies lead by 10. Wade Taylor will inbound for Texas A&M. Hefner, Garcia, and Phelps will join him in the backcourt here. It's a double pass to Hefner, and then back to Taylor, and he's fouled immediately by Physicality. And Wade's going to have his kind of a slow first half, but he's going to be on his average or better by the time he goes to the free throw line here. Averages 15.7, which leads the club. Today it's been Pharrell Payne with a career high to lead the way for the Aggies with 25. And after missing his first 2 free throws, 1 in each half, he missed another one.
Wow. You don't normally see Taylor, a guy that's 88% missing 3 free throws in 1 game. Normally automatic.
Got the second. So he is on his average. 16 for Wade. And we're in the final 30 seconds. Townsend into Mullen. Trying to push it. Townsend got to walk.
That's a travel, yeah.
Anxious to either put it on the deck or get a pass away, and he didn't either.
Well, he didn't see Taylor. He thought he was going to catch it clean right there. And you see Taylor just come out of your picture. He came off of Fox, jumped over there. Townsend didn't see him, forced the travel.
Simmons, who just went out, comes back in. Fox had come in for some offense. That didn't work out. And now Hefner
Oh, wow.
kicks it into Garcia. And Taylor went down, had a collision somewhere, I guess, on the inbound. I didn't see it.
I think he just got hit in the ribs.
And I'm going to help him up.
Yeah. Just got hit in like in the rib midsection area.
Collision with Mullen.
Probably got the wind knocked out of him real quick.
That's one thing you don't want to have is your star player get hurt in the last 20 seconds of a ball game. He's all right.
The Texas A&M faithful heart skipped a beat when they saw him on the ground.
Buzz is taking him out though, and Wilcher will come in. They get it into Wilcher, right back to Hefner. Hefner lost the handle.
He saw the rim. He was going for the big jam. His eyes got too big.
Townsend gets a feed into Selskar and gets it back to 9-point game. But Hill's going to back out, and A&M is going to dribble it out here right in front of us. Poulidikas shakes hands with Solomon Washington, who holds the ball for the finish. 80-71. Texas A&M advances. 9-point win over the Ivy League champions, and the Aggies from the SEC advance to round 2 on Saturday. And they will meet the winner of our nightcap here that's coming up shortly between the Michigan Wolverines and UC San Diego. Pharrell Payne did most of the damage for Texas A&M as they win their 23rd game of the season. And there they will advance, as I said. Michigan, UC San Diego coming up in our nightcap. And that will set things up here in Denver. And Dana's with the winning coach.
I'm going to give it away. You like his pocket square. You like the pocket square that Nessler has.
Brad has the best pocket square collection of anybody in the media in the country. And he hasn't called one of our games in 8 years. And today he wears one of the lowest level plain pocket squares he has.
Well, there was no low level of play from your guys, your bench especially. You look at Pharrell Payne with a career high in points. 42 bench points, 22 of your 37 rebounds. What can you say about their effort?
Our staff did a great job preparing for a unique scout. Our players were prepared for the plan and the adjustments to the plan. I thought we played with great spirit, great competitive character. I thought our communication and physicality was excellent. It's a very hard team to beat. One of 6 teams in the country that's only lost 1 game in 2025. Much respect to coach and to their program.
Coach, thank you. Go enjoy with your players and get ready for the next one.
Thank you.
And we'll see Buzz and the Aggies again on Saturday. Final score in this one: Texas A&M 80, Yale 71. Tournament games continue live now on TNT, CBS, and True TV. Coming up on TBS, it's UC San Diego and Michigan. That's our game, but first we'll send you back to our studio for the Capital One Tournament Central right after these messages.